Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's Dark Deception video, we take a look at the latest developer log from game creators Glowstick Entertainment, which gives us our first glimpse at the 4th level of the game and its enemy, the Dread Duckies in action. Now, it is important to note that I won't be covering and showing everything from the video here, as much of it relates to the design of the game overall, rather than simply looking at this new chapter, so I advise you go over and watch the full video on Glowstick's YouTube channel. There's a link in the description below, and remember to support them by subscribing and following all their latest updates directly from their page. Also, a quick heads up before we get into the analysis of this Chapter 3 footage, Dark Deception is going through its biggest ever sale on the Steam store, which kicks off March 4th, so if you still haven't checked out the game for yourselves, I advise doing so, as this latest sale is an effort by the team behind the game to raise enough money to both speed up its development and ensure console ports can be released, meaning anyone unable to play on PC will have the chance to experience the game with the same visual fidelity. Of course, there's always the mobile version coming soon too for fans of gaming on the go. But with all that being said, let's dive into this breakdown of the latest Dark Deception level, which we now have a final title for, Sewer Strangers. After presenting the title of this new level, we see the area our character initially spawns into. Anyone who is at this time familiar with the design of Dark Deception will be aware that these opening areas are enemy free and act as a creepy setup to the rest of the stage ahead. For example, in the first level Monkey Business, we walked through this hotel lobby, while in the second stage we explore the entrance hall of Agatha's schoolhouse. The sewers stage presents an ominous hallway with what appears to be a boarded up hole in the centre. Now, this could either be one of the new traps found in the sewer system, or it may be something we have to drop down into. Of course, once we drop down into it, it will fall on us to collect all of the soul shards before we can find a way back out. However, if this is a trap, then it is going to mean running from danger is no simple task, and we must look out for areas on the ground which could give way beneath our feet. Moving on, we see a sequence of shots from the waterways of the sewer system. It seems very dark down here, with only grates high above allowing enough light down to dimly illuminate potential threats. In this case, the Dread Duckies themselves. These appear to be giant floating rubber ducks with traffic cones on their heads and terrifying toothy grins. They also appear to bob around without attacking the player at all. At least, for now. Later on in the video, we see one of these duckies sprout legs and chase the player down at a high speed. Not only that, but we are told this new enemy type is the first to feature a long-range attack. They are able to fire out a mechanical arm with a mini duck beak on the end, which snaps at us as we attempt to escape, meaning we will have to keep far more distance between ourselves and this enemy. In previous chapters, as long as enemies didn't run up and touch you, you wouldn't die. This is no longer the case, as this long-range projectile must now also be factored into the equation. I can already tell this is going to be super hard to complete. We also note at certain points during the video a flickering light above. Now, this could simply be down to the atmospherics, a way of making the game feel creepier than it otherwise would. However, I do believe these flickering lights may play into the gameplay itself. As flashing only appears to happen around certain ducks, it would seem to perhaps indicate areas in which the enemy duck or ducks are lying in wait. See, not all of these duckies seem hostile. Many of them appear to be decoys, with the dangerous living ones blending in around them beneath the surface of the water. So these flickering light sources may give the player some idea they are entering a dangerous area with hidden enemies. Of course, these flickering lights may also be a result of a new power we can unlock for this chapter. So far we have gained the boost and teleport upgrades. Maybe the new upgrade here is some kind of telepathy, something that allows us to sense danger through changes to the environment, but I'm really just speculating on that one. Also interesting in this video is what is being said by Vince Livings, the developer. Vince states that movement speed will be affected due to running in water, and has confirmed that this will affect the boost ability too. This could mean the teleport skill will need to be used far more than ever before in order to keep one step ahead of our pursuers. It is also confirmed that doors will slow progress, meaning it won't be a case of simply clicking on one to open it, and could mean waiting on them to slowly raise up out of the water. Also, from the way that Vince mentions how enemies will sneak up on the player, it sounds like these ducks may float silently towards us when we aren't looking before leaping up for the takedown. This is something I personally feel may make this level very unique and genuinely scary. If there is a threat that we cannot always see as it blends in with these decoys, and so we as players will always be on edge as we navigate at slow speeds through the water. It does make me wonder if there will be areas without water though, places where we will be able to gain back ground against enemies chasing us before entering the water once again. It is then mentioned that the Dread Duckies are not the only enemy we will face in this sewer level. Although Vince wouldn't elaborate much, we can see other designs for possible creatures here in this concept art. It is also mentioned earlier in the video that we as people don't typically spend time in the sewer, and this leads to urban legends forming around what may be living down there. Take a listen to this brief snippet from developer Vince Livings himself.
A lot of us have never set foot in a sewer system. As a result, this allows our imagination to run wild, imagining what sort of things might be down there. This leads to a lot of urban legends, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard the stories about things getting flushed down the toilet and winding up in the sewer where they grow to ridiculous sizes.
To me, this sounds like he is referencing the urban legend of giant sewer alligators. Recently, we have seen a terrifying version of this pop up in Resident Evil 2, a giant alligator which pursued Leon Kennedy. And this concept art features similar gator-like designs, so my best guess is these giant gators will also play a role in the Sewer Strangers stage, and could be a form of trap, jumping out of the water to drag the player down at any moment. The final piece of noteworthy commentary in relation to this new stage and story details we may obtain from it comes in the form of these lines of dialogue.
For me, the sewers are a place where the lost and forgotten things in people's lives wind up, and I think that's a theme you might notice as you play through the level.
Vince states that the sewer is a place of lost and forgotten things in people's lives, and says this will be a theme for this new level. The story of Dark Deception revolves around a character who seems to have lost his memories, and with each stage he appears to gain a fragment of his forgotten life back. These comments from the developer hint at this latest stage providing the most substantial backstory information on our character and the life he has left behind yet, which is an exciting prospect. Finally, we may be getting some firm answers, or at least fresh information to form new theories about the mystery behind the game and its cast. In fact, this new level may not only hint at new details towards our own character as a place of forgotten things, it could also expand the story behind the other less fortunate souls who came before us. This mystery behind the story of Dark Deception is one of the reasons I find the game so intriguing. On the surface, it's a simple horror game, set in a series of maze-like environments, tasking the player to collect soul shards while avoiding the dangers around them. But beyond that, there are mysteries abound, and these are often up to us to solve by looking at the environment we find ourselves exploring for clues, a trend set to continue here in Chapter 3. But with that said, we come to the end of this analysis for the latest Dark Deception developer diary. I hope you have enjoyed our look at this new chapter. Remember to subscribe to Glowstick's channel and follow their Twitter if you are interested in keeping up with the latest news as it happens. And that's it for today's video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy watching, and maybe drop a comment too, as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an upload. This channel specializes in variety horror content, including creepypasta readings, horror gaming facts and theories, and general interest pop culture horror videos. So if you are interested in all things spooky, you'll find something to enjoy here at SuperHorrorBro. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.